Morning everybody, it's Rob, Yoga Dad. Welcome to Mental Health Awareness Week, and absolutely delighted that you've spared a few minutes of precious time out of your busy day for this short yoga sequence this morning. I'll just wait just for a moment just to see if a few more people join before we get started. But just by way of an introduction to Mental Health Awareness Week, as I said, its theme this year is kindness. So this in some ways is a way that I can make a kind of kind offer out to people, some free morning stretches just to really help you to be kind, I suppose, in body and mind, but also hopefully to inspire others to do likewise throughout the week and obviously going forward from this week. This has been beamed live and direct from my boys' bedroom. Thankfully they are up, they are well fed and watered and all kinds of other things that's happened this morning. So kind of in a lot of ways, my morning yoga practice is really important to me to provide some balance to the day, to kind of almost provide that balance, I suppose, between the work and the childcare that I'm having to juggle at the moment. And so these small pockets of time, these kind of 15 minutes, are really important to me throughout the day. And I'm sure that I'm not alone in that situation. In terms of a yoga practice, obviously it's physical. So for anybody that's suffering with any aches or tensions or medical conditions, injuries, that kind of thing, and just be aware of your own body and just make sure you kind of take care. So any sharp pains or anything like that, ease off. Anything that feels really uncomfortable, then for sure, kind of don't follow that part of the practice and just pick the sequence up at the next pose. Otherwise, just really enjoy it and enjoy taking the time out, prioritising your health and well-being today. And I look forward to seeing you for future classes throughout this week. Okay, so the theme for the first class this week is all about connection. And so in this period of lockdown, our opportunities for physical connection with people are so limited. Certainly outside of our immediate family anyway. And so what I want to do through this class today is almost create that kind of virtual connection, almost imagining that we're creating like a circle amongst us, through family, friends, those that we care about most, and really feeling that kind of shared connection, that strength of connection, but also the kind of energy that we can generate between us collectively as we prioritise our well-being together. And so the way in which we're going to do that is just by interlocking our fingers. So it's a simple thing that we do, but it almost represents the way in which we're kind of holding hands with one another through this virtual space. Now, of course, if that feels uncomfortable at any point or at all for you, then feel free just to kind of cup the hands together, or maybe hold the thumbs just to really feel that connection, or even shake the wrists out if you're really feeling a lot of tension and just want to ease some of that away. We'll be here for about 10 or 15 minutes this morning. I'll be then getting on with work, childcare later today, and I'm sure you've got lots of other things going on, so let's get started. Okay, so let's interlock our fingers and just place them across our heart. And as we do so I'm sitting down this morning, just bear that in mind. For you, you may well be standing, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Now slowly closing the eyes. And just starting to feel and tune into those sensations within the body. And in particular, the warmth of the palms against the skin, wrapping around the heart, and the beat of the heart back through the palms, almost emanating love through every part of your body. Now moving the palms down across the belly, wrapping either side of the belly with those interlocked fingers. And just start tracking and following the breath. Not necessarily changing anything with the breath at this stage. Just really feeling the breath, the belly expand into the palms as you inhale. And empty back out again as you exhale. And just seeing whether you can direct the breath from the belly all the way up the upper body. Maybe across the ribs, towards the chest, maybe even the lower neck. And as you lengthen and deepen the breath, really feel that energy, vitality entering the body. As you breathe in, and a sense of heaviness, weight just dropping down out of the body, a sense of calm all over the body as you breathe out. And slowly opening the eyes, a nice soft gaze. Bring the arms now up to shoulder height and pressing the palms away. So still with the fingers interlocked and looking up towards the ceiling or the sky above if you're outside this morning. And pressing away with the palms, feeling the shoulder blades knitting in towards one another and that length along the outside of the arms now, that stretch. Now turning the palms in towards one another, chin to chest, and relaxing the elbows away and just allowing the shoulder blades just to separate away from one another. Creating some space across the upper back region. Now doing that twice more in your own time, pressing the palms away, up towards the ceiling, and then back towards the upper body, knuckles away from you, relaxing the elbows and opening up across the shoulders. Once more. Integrating the breath with this movement as much as feels comfortable to you this morning. And just exploring any opportunities to create space, ease tension across the upper back region. Now pressing the palms away. And now we'll lift our arms up and overhead. As we inhale and lift our arms up, we feel that length now along the side body. So let's inhale and just slightly lift our chest a little bit further forward, allowing our arms just to fall back towards the back of the room, just inviting a slight back bend for the body, and then easing away again as we exhale, inhaling to lift up, exhaling back down, and one final time, inhaling, lift up, and then back down again. Now this time as we inhale and lift up, we're going to exhale and fold across towards the left hand side. So now feeling that stretch along the right side of the body all the way down towards the right hip. Inhaling back to centre. And exhaling across towards the opposite side. Back to the centre. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling back to the left hand side. Really directing the breath into that space that's created along the right side of the body. Back to centre. Across to the right. One final time. Really pressing away with those palms. Creating as much length as possible along the side body. Back to the centre. One final time on the right hand side. And then bringing the hands back to centre again. Now taking the hands still clasped behind the head this time. We'll inhale and look up, elbows away from the centre of the body, creating space across the chest and the shoulders. Exhaling, chin to chest, elbows towards one another as though we're closing a book. Bringing that length now along the back of the neck. Inhale and lift up. Exhaling back down. One final time, inhale and lift up. Back down again. And lifting our head back up into a neutral position. Now taking our hands behind our back. I'll just turn around to the side just for a moment so you can see me. So really reaching away now with the knuckles clasped, the hands clasped, the knuckles down towards the floor. And just rolling the shoulders almost back, almost falling down the back body, allowing the shoulders away from the ears, looking up towards the ceiling. And just taking our feet and knees just a little bit wider than the hips. We exhale and lower our upper body down between the thighs, just at the same height as the hips, and lifting our arms up towards the ceiling as far as feels comfortable to you. Inhaling, lift up, look up, shoulders away from the ears again, lengthening along the arms. Exhaling back down again, arms towards the ceiling. Inhale and lift up. One final time. And back down. And really maximising, maintaining that length along the spine. Lifting the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Just really playing around with those millimetre movements available across the shoulders and chest. Also maintaining that length in the upper body. Now move back round to the centre again. Now let's just take our hands out in front now. They've been doing a lot of work for us this morning in this short class. Just to start slowly extending our fingers and clenching them back in towards the palms. Thumbs up towards the ceiling. And just go as quickly or as slowly as feels good to you. We'll do this for about 30 seconds or so. Great if you've got to be spending a lot of time working at a laptop, keyboard, that kind of thing all day today. It's that flexion and extension, just to introduce more mobility in the hands, but also to generate some heat along the forearms. We'll do this about a couple more times, and then extending the fingers away and shaking the wrist down. Really releasing any of that tension away towards the floor. Now, let's bring the palms together and just really feeling that heat that we've now generated between the palms. And let's see if we can build that up a bit. So just rubbing our hands, rubbing our palms, almost imagine that we're rolling a ball between our hands just to generate some heat. And then when we feel like our palms are warm enough, just placing them across the eyes and just allowing the fingers just to fall across the top of the head. But allowing that warmth now through the palms just to emanate through to the eyes, sinking down into the eye sockets. And again, really turning that attention back inwards again. Tuning into those feelings and sensations we're experiencing, almost in the same way as we did at the start of the class. And slowly allowing the hands just to fall away from the eyes. And bringing the hands now into a prayer position in front of the chest. Feeling that warmth now through the palms, that shared and strength of connection between us all as we practice this together virtually this morning. Feeling the heart beating now through the backs of the thumbs, across the knuckles. And just take that strength of connection, that bond that we formed this morning, and be proud of the fact you've kind of taken some time out this morning to be kind to yourself in body and mind. Inspire others to come back tomorrow, same time, same place, as we continue this practice together. Nice soft gaze, opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed this 15-minute class. I hope that it set you up well for the day ahead. As I said, these classes kind of will be running all week for Mental Health Awareness Week. Monday to Friday, 8:30 to about 8:45 each day. Focusing on a different theme, different parts of the body each day. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day and be kind to yourself and other people. Namaste.